Quick introduction about myself. I'm Ankit Bansal. I founded Sapphire Human Solutions along with my co-founder, Mr. Anand Rathi. It's been a delightful journey over the last 12 years. We are a retained executive search firm. Coming to Think Tank. Think Tank is really one of our knowledge initiatives where, Sapphire is trying to help our stakeholders community, which is the CEOs, promoters, to help them become even better leaders and grow their companies further. We feel that there is nothing like listening to people who've already been there, done that, and achieve a certain level of pinnacle and success in their lives. And to do that today with us, we have somebody who's a doyen of his industry, who's been a luminary for all of us. I think somebody, though it is a very cliched statement, but somebody who's actually redefined real estate, as we understand today in India. Dr. Hirandani founded the firm along with his brother, Surendra Hirandani. So 1985, as the story goes, you and your brother saw a piece of land, fell in love with it. It was Powai, and as they say, rest is history.
Powai was just an aspiration. I worked in 11 buildings in Lokhandwala complex, and every time I completed a building, I realized that when you want to get into new areas, unless you didn't do the infrastructure yourself, nobody's going to do it, neither will the government. So we did lots of new things with the simple aspiration that the quality of life of the people who live in the complex would actually be better than Malabar Hill, where I was brought up. And every building that I made was better than the house I stayed in Malabar Hill. So that was the aspiration. So the thought process was only one: can I make a building better than the buildings in Malabar Hill? But how is that sector produced, and how do you lower cost? You only can lower cost, as you are very aware about this whole thing, is by creating volumes. So if Maruti was to produce a car at, let's say, 10,000 cars to be sold in the country, it would not sell at 4 and 5 lakhs, it would sell at 12 lakhs of rupees. And you would be very happy to think it is still cheap. But because they are able to do volumes, so what the government really has to do is to work on technology along with volumes.
So my question is, are the current efforts which are being made in the regulatory space adequate in ensuring that we bring in transparency as well as, let's say, accreditation and reliability in this sector or not?
The point is, historically, this has not been considered an industry. And in reality, individuals and firms used to take up the leadership in this particular sector. And over a period of time, even the underworld got into it. It was only subsequently that we were able to clean up the industry to a great extent, and various good corporates. We had a Great Eastern which got into it, Tata Housing is there, Godrej is there, all the other corporates and things have come. But what really makes a quality product or a product or delivery into the whole thing? It's when you create surpluses in the industry.
Sir, my question was related to your the example that you quoted up between Maruti and Mercedes. How that needs to be taken up so that the real estate is available, or the housing, especially in the housing sector, the housing is available at the price point which is the purchasing power of the people who need housing.
So I'm not going to talk about it. I just tell you that the Prime Minister took up the affordable housing project in terms of housing for all, and they are constructing 1.1 crore houses in all parts of the country in order to meet the needs of the requirements of urban housing in that sector. Government is giving 90% loans are available for that, for 20-year loan, and it's got an interest subvention of 3% for a period of 15 years.